I were in charge of the world, if I were in charge of the world, I'd cancel oatmeal. I'd cancel Monday mornings. I'd cancel Dr. Shots. And of course, homework. If I were in charge of the world, you wouldn't have chores. You wouldn't have to clean. You wouldn't have bedtimes. Or don't pinch your sister. You wouldn't even have sisters. If I were in charge of the world, a chocolate sundae with whipped cream and nuts would be a vegetable. And a person who sometimes forgot to brush and sometimes forgot to flush would still be allowed to be in charge of the world. Why do I have to clean my room? Why do I have to clean my room when I would rather play? There's crayons scattered on the floor, but they're hardly in the way. I don't pay attention to I don't pay attention. Ah, man, sorry.
I almost never trip. I almost never trip.
I almost never trip upon my basketball or drums. I don't pay attention to the cake or cookie crumbs. Why do I have to clean my room? I think my room's nice. There's pizza in the corner, but it's only half a slice. I'm not all concerned about the Prairie on the chair, my piles of model planes and trains, my stacks of underwear. Beneath my bed, there's just a wedge of last week's apple pie. And yet I have to clean my room. I simply don't know why.
Messy room. Whosever room this is should be ashamed. Her underwear is hanging on the lamp. Her raincoat is there in the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. Her workbook's been wedged in the window. Her sweater's been thrown on the floor. Her scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and her pants have been carelessly hung on the door. Her books are all jammed in the closets. Her vest has been left in the hall. The lizard named Ed is asleep in her bed, and her smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whosever in this should be ashamed. Morgan or Katie or Kaylin or... Huh? You say it's mine? Oh dear, I knew it looked familiar. Homework, oh homework. Homework, oh homework. I hate you, you stink. I wish I could wash you away in the sink. If only a bomb would explode you to bits. Homework, oh homework, you're giving me fits. I'd rather take baths with a nanny shark or wrestle line alone in the dark. Eat spinach and liver, pet tin porcupines, and tackle the homework my teacher signs. Homework, oh homework, you're last on my list. I simply can't see why you even exist. If you just disappear, it will tickle me pink. Homework, oh homework, I hate you, you stink. Creature in the classroom. It appeared inside our classroom at a quarter after 10. It gobbled up the blackboard, 3 erasers and a pen. It gobbled teacher's apple and bopped her with the cord. How dare you, she responded. You must leave us. There's the door. But the creature didn't listen, describing in Arabesque as it gobbled all her pencils, 7 notebooks, and her desk. Teacher stated very calmly, Sir, you simply cannot stay. I'll report you to the principal unless you go over. But the thing continued eating. It ate paper, swallowed ink. As it gobbled up our homework, I believe I saw it blink. Teacher finally lost her temper. Out! She shouted at the creature, but the creature hopped beside her and flop, it swallowed teacher. I Wonder Why Dad is So Thoroughly Mad by Jack Gillespie. I wonder why Dad is so thoroughly mad. I can't understand it at all. Unless it's the beat still afloat in his tea or his underwear pinned to the wall. Perhaps it's the dye on his favorite tie or the mousetrap that snapped in his shoe. Oh. Or the pipe full of gum that he found in his thumb. Or the toilet sealed tightly with glue. Perhaps it can't be the bread that crumbled up in his bed or the slugs someone left in the hall. I wonder why Dad is so thoroughly mad. I can't understand it at all. And not to have to dry the dishes. If you have to dry the dishes, that's an awful, boring chore. If you have to dry the dishes instead of going to the store. If you have to dry the dishes and you drop one on the floor, maybe they won't let you dry the dishes. She's singing. Musical career. She wanted to play the piano, but her hands couldn't reach the keys. When her hands could finally reach the keys, her feet couldn't reach the floor. When her hands could finally reach the keys, and her feet could reach the floor, she didn't want to play the old piano anymore.
Mosquitoes, Mosquitoes by Jack Pulaski. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, stop torturing me. Why can't you behave more considerately? You've bitten me practically down to the bone. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, please leave me alone. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, you're hard to ignore. I itch and I scratch. I can't stand anymore. You've bitten my bottom. You've bitten my top. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, I'm begging you, stop. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, I honestly feel it's time that you went somewhere else for a meal. Bitten me places I can't even see. Mosquitoes, mosquitoes, stop torturing me. Learning. I'm learning to say thank you. I'm learning to say please. I'm learning to use Kleenex, not my sweater when I sneeze. I'm learning not to dribble, and I'm learning not to start. And I'm learning, though it sometimes really hurts me, not to burp. I'm learning to chew softer when I eat corn on the cob, and I'm learning that it's much, much easier to be a slob.
Substitute teacher. Today we had a substitute. She wasn't sweet. She wasn't cute. Her hair could scare a ghastly ghost. Her breath could turn bread into toast. She barely fit inside the door and looked much like a dinosaur. Each time she spoke, the window shook. Each time she read, she broke the book. She didn't have a lesson plan, but walked like an orangutan. And if someone would misbehave, her screams could start a tidal wave. But if you think she's a creature, wait till you meet our regular teacher. Susanna socked me Sunday. Susanna socked me Sunday. She socked me Monday, too. She also socked me Tuesday. I was turning black and blue. She socked me double Wednesday and Thursday even more. But when she socked me Friday, she began to get me sore. Enough's enough, I yelled at her. I hate it when you hit me. Well, then I won't, Susanna said. That Saturday, she bit me.
Oh.
Kidnapped. This morning I got kidnapped by 3 masked men. They stopped me on the sidewalk and offered me some candy. And when I wouldn't take it, they grabbed me by the collar and pinned my arms behind me and shoved me in the backseat of this big black limousine and put a blindfold on me so I couldn't see where they took me and plugged my ears with cotton so I couldn't hear their voices and drove for 20 miles or at least 20 minutes and dragged me from the guard down to some cold and moldy basement where they stuck me in the corner and went off to get the ransom, leaving one of them behind to guard me with a shotgun pointed at me, tied up sitting on a stool. That's why I'm late for school. Someone swiped the cookies. Someone swiped the cookies that were really meant for me! I'm sure I know who did it. She'll regret her little spree. She snuck into the pantry, where she found the cookie jar. She thinks she's very clever, but she won't get very far. I'm tracking down the culprit. She should not be hard to find. She left a very messy trail of cookie crumbs behind. There she is! I've got her! She has crumbs around her lips. Oh no, she finished every one of my luscious chocolate chips.
And that concludes our program.